Hey, hello, hello, hello. So come on in, everyone. Come on in, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Business Plugs Mixer. So this is going to be different in
Mhm.
that today I don't have any visitors. I don't have a guest today. But because I don't have a guest today, I decided that what I would do is I would talk to you about business plans, right? The roadmap of business. I would talk to you about the roadmaps of business. So, if you would like me to talk to you about business plans, come on in if you want to hear the talk. I want to talk to you about putting your best foot forward in your business plan. That's what we're talking about. So today we are talking about business plans. I want to tell you about the internal and external benefits of having a business plan. If you have a business plan, go ahead and put in the comments a yes. If you have a business plan in your business, go ahead and put in the comments a yes, because that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about business plans, and we're talking about the elements of a business plan, like the internal, excuse me, not the elements, but the internal and external reasons why you need to have a business plan if you're in business. Like, it doesn't matter if you are a one man operation or if you are a crew, you still need to have a business plan if you are in business. And so today we're going to talk about the benefits of having that. Go ahead and share this on your wall. Go ahead and invite your friends who you know that have businesses. They're going to find this interesting, and they're going to thank you, first of all, for sharing it. But my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the Business Plug. And they call me the Business Plug because I help small business owners by providing courses, consultations, and credible resources. That means I refer
Mhm.
people who can help them build their business. And so that's why they call me the business plug, because I get people plugged in. That's what I enjoy doing. And so today we're talking about business plans, and we're talking about the internal reasons and the external reasons why you, as a business owner, would want to have a business plan. Like, even if it's informal or if it's formal, you still need a plan, because if you haven't planned your business out, then you're just flying by the seat of your pants, and you're going from one thing to another thing, and you're just throwing something on the wall to see if it sticks. Like, there's no strategy in what you're doing. You're just trying everything. And that can be expensive. That can be very expensive. That can be enough to close a business if you don't have a business plan. So, I want to talk about first the internal reasons. The internal reasons why you want to have a business plan. You want to have a business plan because by having a business plan, you're able to address specific concept challenges. Like, you'll be able to see very quickly that whether your business idea is going to work or not. You'll be able to see it really, really quickly if you have a business plan. If you map it out, you can tell whether it makes sense or not. You'll get to see the whole structure, the whole business model in writing, and you'll get to see if there are any challenges that you haven't thought of. Because sometimes when we're doing a business plan, we have a plan in our head, right? Most of us have a business plan in our head, but that does not last long if you're like me and have a poor memory. So you'll be able to address any challenges you see in your business plan. You also assure that the alignment of all aspects of the business. So you'll make sure that everything lines up. It's like you'll know that your structure is good. You know that your structure is not going to get you into problems. You'll know that when you're hiring staff, you'll know why you're hiring them, and you'll know what you're hiring them for, right? You'll also know how to put all your systems in place. Like, you'll know what systems you need based on what you have and based on where there are gaps. You'll know which systems you need to put in place. And you'll also know your marketing strategy. Like you'll be able to map out a marketing strategy and a sales strategy. Remember, those two are not the same, but they do need to complement each other. So you'll have a marketing strategy and a sales strategy, and you'll understand how to distribute your product, your service to your client. Like, how would they find you if you don't teach them how, if you don't have a process in place, right? And how will you get paid? You'll be able to figure that out. You'll know exactly how you're going to get paid. You'll get, you'll know your measures in your business. You'll be able to, I have allergies going on right now. You'll be able to know your business, know what measures you have in place. Also, excuse me, excuse me. Also, you'll be able to clarify your goals. Like, what are the goals in your business? When you are trying to map out your business, you'll be able to know what goals you have in place and what goals you need to be successful. You will also know how to develop effective marketing strategy. Oh, we talked about that before. Excuse me, my allergies. The pollen is evidently up and it is affecting me. You'll be able to identify your backup suppliers. A lot of people don't remember or may not know that when you're ordering your resources from places like China, China closes down for an entire month. And if they're your primary supplier, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do about it? So, if you have, if you are shipping pieces to your product or service from China and China closes down for that month, that means you have a month of not being able to fulfill your orders. You'll want to put a backup plan in place in order to handle when China or whoever your supplier is has an interruption in how they process your products and your services. So you'll need the business plan to help you figure that out and you'll be able to put that in place. You'll be able to forecast your profits accurately. Like you need to know what your profits look like. You'll learn things like um, profit margin. You'll know the difference between your profit margin. You'll know the difference between your gross profit margin and a net profit margin. Like when you're doing your business plan, you're going to include an income statement. You'll include a cash flow statement. You'll also include a balance sheet because those are the three documents that needs to be in every business plan. And when you're completing those, you'll learn some things about your business. You'll learn how cash comes into your business and how it goes out of your business, right? You'll be able to see what your balance sheet says. You'll be able to understand your income statement. You'll be able to look at your revenue, how much your cost of goods are, what your fixed cost is versus your variable cost. You'll be able to know all of those things if you complete a business plan because you will need them. Another thing you will get to know is you'll be able to determine the money you need to start your business. If you're a startup and you don't know what your startup cost is, like doing a business plan, you have to put that in there. So you'll know that what your startup costs, and it'll be accurate because you'll actually have real numbers that you have researched to put in your plan. So you'll know that the numbers are good. You also know that you have a guide to help you make decisions. Like when you think about your business plan, and I tell my clients and my students this, don't think about just the positive things. Like a lot of people want to put all the bells and whistles and all the positive things into their business plan, and they leave out the negative stuff. Like what happens if you have to sell your business? What happens if you have to close your business? Like they don't have exit strategies, and they think, well, if I put an exit strategy in there, that's negative. But an exit strategy shows that you've thought about your business holistically, and if there are things that you have foresee that could interrupt your service or your product, you want to make sure that's in your business plan because you want to tell your investor or the person that's trying to do business with you as a partner, you want to tell them that you have put in controls to mitigate or eliminate any kind of disruption or any kind of thing that could make your business not be successful. Business people who are reviewing business plans want to see that you've thought about your business holistically, and you be able to communicate your vision to your management team. So if you have other people working for you or working with you, then you'll want them to know what your plan is, what your vision is for your business, and you'll want to get them on board so they can support that. Like you don't want your management team to be non-directional, where they don't know what they're doing and they don't know where the company is going and they have no answers. All they have is questions. You don't want to do that. So you're being writing a business plan, informal or formal, will help your team to know exactly the direction your business is going. Another thing that's internal is writing. It helps you to clarify your thinking. Like a lot of times when I'm going through business plan with business owners, I'll say something like, how will you market your business? And they will have word of mouth, word of mouth. I'll do word of mouth. But then we start talking about who their avatar is. And then we start talking about where does their avatar get their information? Because you want to be everywhere your clients and customers are looking. And it's important for you to map out a marketing strategy. So when we're doing their business plans, we talk about marketing strategies more than word of mouth. Word of mouth is great. Like, don't let me take from that. Word of mouth is great. It's the cheapest, most effective way. People, friends tell friends about great businesses, and that's great. That's fine. But everybody's not on the internet. And so everybody's not on the internet. Some people still get the newspaper. Some people listen to radio. Some people watch television. Like, you have to know what your clients know. You have to know where they get their information from. I love it when people say, Linda, you're all over the internet. You know why? Because these are potential clients and I'm trying to get their attention. And so I want them to say, girl, every time I turn it on, I see you. I like that. That means my marketing strategy is working. The other side is that is my sales strategy. So now that I got their attention, now I have to convert those marketing, those people that know, like, and trust me. I have to convert those to sales. So that's the second part. That's where your sales strategy come in. Another thing. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Another thing that you could consider
Mhm.
is the communication goal. So this is talking about external. So I've talked about the benefits of having it, the reasons you want to have a business plan from an internal perspective, right? You're going to enjoy. It's going to help you to address the specific concept challenges. It's going to help you to align all the aspects of your business and get it together. It's going to also clarify your goals for the business. It's going to help you to develop effective marketing strategy. It's going to help you to create backup suppliers. Like, if something should happen and your supplier can't deliver, then you need to have an alternative plan because business goes on. So it helps you to see where your gaps are in your business, and it helps you to plug those gaps in so that you can become more productive, right? The other thing is it'll help you to forecast the profits accurately because you'll work it out. You'll understand things like break even points and unit cost and gross profit and net profit and what your fixed cost is, what is your income before taxes, and then what it is and after taxes. You'll be able to see your cost of goods sold come out of your revenue. You'll know what your revenue is because you'll do an income statement or a profit and loss statement, and you'll get those answers. The other thing is it's going to help you to determine the money you need to start your business. So if you are requesting dollars, like some people say, well, I need $25,000 to start my business. And they don't really know what they need because they haven't sat down and went through, they're doing guesstimations. And nobody's funding guesstimations. If you're trying to get funding for your business, because I hear all the time, the one thing my business needs is capital. I need capital. I cannot tell you how many times I have heard business owners say they need capital. Well, if you're going to get capital, then you definitely need a business plan because nobody's funding dreams. People are funding proof of concept. That means what you have has to work, right? And you have to be thought about it holistically so they can see that you've thought about the good and the bad. Again, a lot of people just only want to put the good in their business plan. They want it to glow and show all these bells and whistles. They don't want to put the negatives. And so they want to say, well, I'm going to make a lot of money real quick and give you your money back. And that sounds pie in the sky good. But anyone who knows businesses knows business is cyclical. So you have ebbs and you have flows. Some days they're good, some days they are not. And you need to put that in the writing in your business plan. Another thing is you'll be able to determine make you if you need a guide for decisions, like when you map out, say, a year to 3 years in your business plan, then you have a guide to go by of what direction you're taking your company in. You have step-by-step procedures that's going to make it a little easier for you in this decision making, and it can help you keep focused, because sometimes it is really easy to start going down the rabbit hole because somebody comes in. I had a client, a student, who she was selling coffee. And part of what I teach my students to do is I teach them to go out and talk to prospective customers. By talking to prospective customers, they're building their business according to the people who's going to buy from them, right? And so I told her to go out and talk to customers. She was selling coffee. And she went out and talked to customers. And one of the people that she talked to said, "Well, have you considered tea instead of coffee?" And then told her about all the different blends of tea, and took her right down that rabbit hole. And my girl went right down there with her. And I'm like, "Ma'am, ma'am, what are you selling?" And she's like, "Well, I'm selling coffee." So why are we talking about tea? Because you haven't even got the coffee up yet, and you've already deviated from the plan. The plan is coffee. Let's stick with coffee. Like, do one thing well. I had mentored under Steve Harvey for a few years, and that's the one thing I took from that experience is Steve Harvey does one thing well, but he does it in a different venue, so it looks different, but it's the same thing. He tells jokes. That's the one thing he does, and that's the one thing he's a professional. I've seen him work. He's a professional at it. So he taught me one thing, do one thing well. And so in her case, I told her, get back to the coffee and go back and ask, put that in the parking lot about the tea. We're not doing tea, we're doing coffee. So go and put that in the parking lot. Maybe that be an add on after you get the coffee up and running. So that's what we did. So you want to stay focused. So having a business plan is going to help you to make decisions to keep you focused. The other thing is you can communicate it to your management team. Like if you have a team of people that are working with you, then you can explain where your business is going so they can buy into the vision. So they'll understand their role and see the big picture. Because a lot of times the workers only see their role of what they're doing. They don't get to see the big picture and how what they do aligns with where the company is going. So creating a business plan is going to help you to get the objectives where they can see where the company is headed, and they can support that and get on board with that. The other thing is the writing helps you clarify your thinking, because a lot of times business owners have in their mind what they're doing, but then when we start unpacking those ideas in their head, and they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that." I hear that so much when I'm writing business plans. I hear, "Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, Linda, well, I never even thought of that." Because when you think on paper, you do a more thorough examination of what you're doing. And so, because we're thinking on paper, they get to see that certain gaps are there, like certain things are missing, and they know oh, well, I have to do something about that. So let's talk about that. Those are all internal reasons why you need a business plan. The external reasons of why you need a business plan is because it can communicate to people who are outside of your company what your business is about. Like if you're thinking about bringing on investors or partners, or you're trying to get a business loan, or you're trying to even get a business grant, because if you're trying to get these high dollar grants, they want you to have a business plan. So you'll be able to communicate well and in very organized way of what your business is about and where your business is going and what your business is currently doing. Also, you can navigate the deals. Excuse me, I'm trying to read. You can navigate the deals with suppliers. So when suppliers see that you have a mapped out plan, if you are doing repetition, I love my people who are in manufacturing their own things, or they have suppliers that are supplying with them things, and they've been doing them. So we talk about, if you have a supplier that you use repeatedly and you are a constant line item on their revenue, then you can negotiate your prices, and you can show them this is a side of business we plan to be around, and us being around, you want to keep us happy. And so you do that by negotiating prices that you're paying these suppliers, right? Because when you buy in bulk, there are certain discounts that you get. So this could help you. The business plan can help you do that. Also, when you think about hiring people. Like if you're growing your business, if you're ready to expand your business, you'll know when it's time to expand your business. And you'll understand how many widgets you're putting out, and when you need to hire staff. So when you're trying to recruit an employee, you can show them your business plan. This is business. This is where we're going. You want new employees to buy into your dream, just like you want your existing employees. And so understanding the business plan will help you to be able to articulate that holistically to your new employees. Yeah. So you want that as a small business owner. And to raise funds necessary to start the business. Anytime you're going to borrow money, they want you to have a business plan. Like they do not want you to have something written on a napkin somewhere. They want you to have a formal business plan. And so if you are trying to get funding and you don't have a business plan, then okay, you need to go back and complete step one. Step one is create a business plan. Either get someone to make one for you. You can contact me. I do business plans. I create business plans. Or you can contact somebody. Go to the SBA.gov. You can actually go to their website, S as in Sam, B as in boy, A as in apple.gov. And they actually have a template, a free template you can use to write out your own business plan. Yeah, they have a whole template at the SBA.gov on their website. You can use that to help you get started in mapping out a business plan. Another thing, the final thing is solicit suggestions from mentors and advisors. So when you map out your business, you've written your business out, your business plan out. If you have it on paper, you can leave it with people to prove it for you, to see if it's a good idea, to see where you may have missed gaps. Because when one of my students, God bless her, one of my students wrote her business plan, and she said, Miss Linda, that business plan was 50 pages long. I'm like, woo, that's a lot of writing. But she had a business plan. She got funded, by the way, but she had a business plan that was 50 pages long. When I'm doing business plans, they are 20 pages or under. Like there's no need for you to be that long. But when you're doing it by yourself, and for her, it worked. I mean, she got funded. So that's what you want. If it takes 50 pages, hey, by all means, do 50 pages. But I don't do 50 pages for my clients. We go 20 or less. And so understanding these different reasons of why you need a business plan if you're in business is going to help you. Again, you can go to SBA, that's Small Business Administration.gov, and they actually have a template that you can use to complete your own business plan. Or you can hire somebody like me to come in and do it for you. Either way it goes, you need to have a business plan that is very neat, that is succinct, that is concise, that tells what you are doing and how you're doing it and how you plan to do it in as little words possible. This is where less is more, right? So when you understand that less is more, then you understand how these components are reasons why you need a business plan. And if you need someone to help you with that, reach out to me, get my inbox. But LinkedIn, thank you for joining us again this Sunday. I come on every Sunday at 7 o'clock. They call me the Business Club. They call me the Business Club because I help small businesses connect with their with resources, for one, credible resources, with coaching and consulting. And also I have courses on February the 13th. I'm starting my next round of classes. So I have a Saturday morning business class. If you are in business and you don't know or have not been to a business class where you can learn holistically about businesses, I am actually a Kaufman Foundation affiliate. And so on Saturday mornings, I get up between 9 and 12 to teach new business owners, existing business owners, struggling business owners, how to do business well. We cover everything. We cover everything from the idea until expansion. It is a very comprehensive, evidence based course that's provided by the Kaufman Foundation, and I have access to it. I will put the link in this once. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Darrell. Thank you. I will put a link in this as soon as I can so that you can actually, if you're interested in taking a business course, it's a 12-week course, it's $500, and $50 will hold your seat until the 1st of February. It's actually on sale now for $375. The class is actually $500, but if you buy between now and February 1st, you can get it for $375. I'm giving a discount, 25% off, so that I can help as many people as possible take this course to get their business on point. Everybody wants to start a business, and it's easy to start a business, but the hard part comes in when you're trying to keep a business open. Like opening it is perfect. You pay fees, you get your license, no problem. But keeping it open, that's a whole nother story. And most times, my business owners don't even know what they don't know. So they come to me with, "Hey, Linda, I have a business idea. What do I do next?" And here's what I do first. Before I even enroll them as a client, I take them to, and I'm putting it in the chat, I take them to my free, I take them to my free checklist. There's a checklist I have just for business owners. It teaches them all the basics of things they need to get done before they come see somebody like me. And so it tells them who they need to connect with. It tells them why they need to connect with them. And by going to mustplugin.com, they can actually download that checklist. It has 15 different things that new business owners need to do before they come to me. And I found that some of my existing business owners, they say, "Well, these are things I haven't done either." So I send everybody to go get the checklist and start working the checklist. Check things off. It's a free download. It costs you absolutely nothing. Go ahead and download, and you'll have it when you're ready to start your business or when you're ready to fix your business. Let's say you're already opening and you're struggling because you're not able to find your clients or you need some more information. Well, that checklist will get you started, and you can reach me at getthebusiness.org, and I'll put my website, which is getthebusiness.org. My typing is horrible today. I don't know what I'm typing. It's not right though. Whatever I'm typing is definitely not right. But you can go to getthebusiness.org, and that's my website. And you can go to where it says contact Linda and contact me, and I will help you regardless of whether you're a new business owner or whether you are a struggling business owner. You're already open and you're wanting some help. You feel like you're hopeless. Then either of those ways you can get to me. If you want to learn about the classes, I will put that information in this chat. But I thank you guys for joining me again. Normally, I have a visitor, I have a guest that comes on. But today, I don't have a guest. So I thought I'd come on and tell you about business plans. And so, if you're, especially if you're trying to get funding, you're going to need a business plan. You need to call me. Call me. My name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug, and they call me the business plug because I just turned you into uh, business plans. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate you joining me here every Sunday, 7 p.m. on LinkedIn and Facebook Live. That's where you can catch me. Thank you for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday evening. And I will see you next Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time here on LinkedIn and on Facebook. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks, Daryl.